everyone. Welcome to No Socks. This is episode 10. I'm your host, Caitlyn, and this is also Pat, who's also a host. You should know that by now because it's episode 10, as I just said. And we are here with the lovely Sarah.
Hi, guys.
Also known as Sarah Shines. So, hell yeah. Here we are.
So yeah, I guess we'll start this because we've missed this for the last 2 weeks. But how's your journey here?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I came from a vocal lesson, so I was very, in the musical element, I guess. Yeah. And it was a good journey. It wasn't too long.
Did you listen to any music in the car driving
No,
over?
not this time. I usually have Billie Eilish or Dua Lipa playing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or my dad's choice of music, which is
No.
no.
Is he going to watch this?
Sorry, Dad. He might. Sorry, but
yeah,
it's not what I would usually listen to.
Can you name one?
Oh, he likes Frank Sinatra.
Oh, yeah. It's a classic.
It's all right, but it's not what I would usually go for.
Yeah,
but,
okay. Doesn't pump you up for
to
do something.
No. It's very much I'm gonna go sleep now, sort of thing. But
so what you're saying is you had a nap on the way over.
No, because there was no music playing, but usually.
Yeah, usually you sleep through the journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Wow. And now you're here. Now we're here.
Yeah.
And we'd like to. It's weird me saying this. I feel like Pat should say, "How did you two meet?"
But how did you two meet? Because.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Pat, would you like to?
So I was looking into getting songwriting lessons, because I was trying to do it all myself, and I felt like they weren't getting to a point where I wanted them to be. So Mum was looking and helping me look for songwriting teachers, and we came across Caitlyn. And on her profile it says she went to Collards, and that's what appealed to us because I'm in Collards now, and I thought, it might be nice to connect with someone who's had the Collards experience.
Collards alumni.
Yeah.
I'm a Colli. E. coli?
You don't want to be that.
No, I don't. Oh, geez.
Yeah, so, and then we found Katie, and she's helped me so much. Literally, before I started having lessons with her, I didn't have a complete song, and now she's helped me pushed me along and helped me get 2 nearly finished songs. Yeah, which is pretty good.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's really fun. Yeah.
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 How's that tickling your imposter ego?
My what? Don't come for me, Pat.
Yeah, I'm saying it in a good way. It's,
I mean,
you've literally helped someone. They're sitting right in front of you.
Honestly,
you can write songs.
It's been really, really good for me too. And that's not something that you don't go into someone comes to you asking for lessons. You don't start off with, by the way, I have really bad imposter syndrome, or sometimes I think I'm very terrible at the thing I'm meant to be doing. So it's, but I think...
See, I feel like that a lot sometimes. I will write something and I'll be like, this sounds awful. How am I going to perform this to someone? What's their reaction going to be like? And I feel like that's what holds me back a lot from sharing original material with people. But I guess at the end of the day, I'm just going to do it. And bite the bullet because, I
think it's, having that common ground to be like, hey, get out of that. There's good things here. Sometimes, it helps to take it out of, all up in your head and to share it with someone. And, like I said, it's been really good for me too, because I was actually on a bit of a hiatus from songwriting as well. And it's great. Sometimes I'll come away from a lesson, I'm just like, I'll just be singing them. I'm like,
same.
yeah, it's, I don't know, it's great. Like, it's part of, like, all these little steps have pushed me, or like rekindled all this love that I have for songwriting, but especially teaching as well.
Yeah.
Like, because there's nothing like, you know, sharing with someone or like, you know, anything to do with music, teaching, expressing yourself, or just learning about different things through song is just really cool.
Yeah, because before I started like having lessons with you, I saw songwriting as sometimes it wasn't as enjoyable as it is now for me. Like I've gotten used to getting the ideas out.
Yeah.
So it's definitely more fun now. Yeah.
Is that one of the like the difficulties with it? It's just, you know, like getting those ideas out.
Very much.
Like what made songwriting not particularly enjoyable?
I think because I just didn't have like one solid method that I would use sometimes, like, and that would kind of be a bit thing for me. I like to work in structures a lot, and because I didn't know what the hell I was doing, I would just be like writing all this random stuff down and not knowing how to make it into something.
It can be quite intimidating, especially for people writing their first songs. Like you come into it, it's like, all right, here's a blank page. I'm gonna write a song. Oh my god, how do I write a song? And that's,
it's one of those.
But like everyone can do it. Like sometimes the more you practice it, the more it'll be second nature, you know.
Yeah, it's like because you can try to like write a song, right, and like you got songs that have really complicated structures and whatnot, or that have got some really wacky songwriting decisions. It's like, but I find that you only kind of get to that point and pull it off really well if you actually know what the underlying structures were beforehand. And like, you know the rules, so you can break them pretty much.
Yeah, the contemporary manifestations. Is that the word? I don't know.
So like, I guess with that then, I guess, you know, this is, you know, getting taught, you know, songwriting, I guess, by Caitlyn, and is it your first or second year into Collots now?
So I've just started my second year.
Second year.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, before we started this, you know, started filming, you talked about, I guess, like you had a weird kind of experience in high school because, you know, 2 years ago you would have been in year 12. You know, high school lockdown. How did that impact?
I like to see the silver lining to this, but so obviously 2020 was like the year of doom. Yeah. And we were all stuck in like lockdown and stuff. But I think that just in between my online classes, I just turned to my music to help me through it. And I just like, I picked up the ukulele, well, because I learned to play it like years ago, but I just never went back to it. And through lockdown, I gravitated back towards that, and I just started using it to write songs. Like, and it just helped me like have something to like keep me going when I couldn't go busking, I guess. And
I guess
speaking of,
I feel like we're not addressing an elephant in the room.
The elephant in the room.
That you've done a lot of basking. And it's since 14, was it?
Since I was 14. So we went to this Adele concert with my mum in 2017, I think it was. And I was 14 at the time, and I just started getting into singing and more into taking music seriously.
And why was that? Like, how did that first initial step happen?
I think so when I was I've always like been surrounded by music and drama and dance and all this stuff. So I guess I've always had a love for it, but the love for it didn't really spark, oh, this could be a career for you until I was 14. So that's
pretty impressive.
I just started taking it more seriously, and I was inspired by a lot of people around me. Like I did like music as a subject in like year 7, 8. So I kind of enjoyed that, being in the music room and, you know, singing and performing with bands and stuff. So I just, you know, it was like kind of a no-brainer after then. Yeah.
Cool.
And I went, so we're talking about the Adele concert.
Sorry to derail.
Yeah, no, it's all good. So we saw this girl busking outside the Adele concert, and at the time she was 19 and I was 14, and I thought, oh my God, this girl is so cool. Like, she's singing Adele songs and stuff. And we just sat and watched her for a bit. And then mum, like, she likes to...
Worked her mum magic.
Yeah, worked her mum magic. Her mum magic. And she started talking to this girl's mother, and she was talking about, what equipment do you use and things like that. And we got told like what amp she used and what mic she used. And mum was like, oh, you could do this. Like, and I was like, there and then I was like, maybe not, we'll see. And a couple of like weeks later, mum was like, really, like, she kept saying, you know, you could be a busker, like, we see them all the time, why can't you do this? Wow. And I was like, oh, I'll give it a go. Yeah. So we bought my amp and my mic, and I started learning songs and to like sing and just
Was it just picking songs that you enjoyed listening to?
I think to start with, I started singing songs that I'd learnt at school with bands. What I would like do is I just like, because I had vocal lessons at school as well, and we do a couple of songs in there and a couple of songs in music class. And I just chose what I liked out of them, I guess. And
that's a good way to do it.
Yeah. And the teachers would really like help me pick songs that suited my voice. Like, I would always get recommendations. Oh, this song maybe would sound good, or this song. And I was like, at the time, I didn't really have a focus genre that I would perform. It would just be a little bit of everything. But as I've developed as like an artist and a musician, I've gotten to know what sort of songs I like, and also what songs the people want to hear too. Well, I've been busking. That's been a good thing for me, because I sing, like, sometimes I'll sing Valerie by Amy Winehouse and it'll get everyone like hyped up. And I'll sing an Adele song and make people cry. It just depends really what the mood out there is.
What was your first time busking like? Do you remember the very first time?
It was, I think it was on Swanston Street near where I saw you busk the first time. Very near there. And I was wearing this like white shirt and it said I love Taylor Swift on it. I handmade the shirt.
Oh my God.
Like, dedication.
With like it was spray paint, like with the I love Taylor Swift on it.
Oh my God.
Lame now, but
to be fair, I love Taylor Swift.
Yeah, same.
So
People still love Taylor Swift.
do you still have the shirt?
I think so. Yeah. And I remember just being like, I didn't really know how to feel about actually like doing it. So busking before I started was just like this word busking. I've seen like people busk. I didn't necessarily know how to feel when I first started, but like mum and dad thought, because I was at the time I was in like a very I was very sensitive. I still am a little bit, but like extremely sensitive, and mum and dad have always been very wary of me and like what I needed and like what sort of stuff I should be doing and things. And they try to look after me, you know. But no, they weren't sure how I was going to be with it, and I didn't know. But as soon as I started doing it, it was just like amazing. Like it was just a feeling that I had when I did it. I didn't expect to feel how I felt doing it, and it was such a good feeling to be able to do it and just enjoy it. And basically it just solidified to me how much music meant to me, like, and how much like I got from it, and I'm at my happiest when I'm doing what I love, which is music.
So I guess that, you know, has a pretty special place in your heart that day.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember like what song was like the first song that you decided to like, I'm gonna start busking, and that was the
It'll
song
be
that you
this
started
one
with?
for sure.
I think it was Rihanna's Stay.
Okay.
I have an old cover of that somewhere around.
Yeah.
It is not a good cover, I will say. It's like, that's great. That's classic.
Yeah, no, I think it was that. I'm pretty sure. Because that was one of the first songs I learnt to sing.
Right.
Yeah.
And I guess how often do you busk and everything? Like I try and busk weekly. But since like the 14-year-old me, a lot's happened. I've like had like big years of schooling and stuff. So it kind of, I busk, but I used to busk weekly, but now I just do it. Yeah.
I try, and there's like periods where I won't go for a few weeks because I've got assignments or other things going on, but I try and get out as much as possible. Definitely. Yeah.
If, you know, hypothetically, can't say my words. If you were to busk, like, where are your usual spots? Like, where can people find you?
Swanston Street, or recently got on to Burke Street.
Oh, that's awesome.
Very cool.
Like,
December, my auditions were, and I got on. I was successful. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And I was on there like for the Christmas period. It was, I don't know. People, a lot of people have told me that at Christmas, it's kind of like quiet, but there was lots of people like there browsing the My Windows and stuff. But Burke Street, Swanston Street, sometimes down at South Bank.
yeah, cool.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Were you on Burke Street when the TikTok thing happened?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. Would you care to explain?
Okay.
I'm just the first time. Even me just doesn't know about this.
So, I was just casually singing outside of GPO, like next to you know where like the white steps are on Burke Street?
Yeah.
There. And I was just singing the Amy Winehouse Valerie, and in the background, like there was I didn't see this at the time, but there was a guy standing on his head, and this girl was like going by in a tram, and like this was right outside right by the tram stop, and she filmed this guy like standing on his head and me singing, and like she captioned it like
Like, I love
Melbourne culture or something.
Yeah.
And I didn't know like this video was a thing until my friend texted me the link to it. She's like, yo, look at this. Like, this is you singing and this guy standing on his head. And I was like, what? I need to see this. So I was like, oh my God. And then, it took me by surprise.
Out of control after.
Yeah. It was just the most randomest thing I think I've ever seen in my life.
We should probably link the TikTok. Can we link the TikTok, please? That's just that's a note for future editing.
Yeah,
it's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just like break this video and just like have that TikTok quickly and then cut back to it.
Oh, we could. Is it legal?
Do we have the budget, Brandon? Do we?
Do we have the budget?
But yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And I guess so you've busked in everything, and so like I haven't really actually personally haven't busked before.
Yeah.
And so like getting to be on Burke Street Mall is that's pretty great, because like if for those who don't know though, like you have zones of like where you can busk.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Can you like maybe for our audiences who might want to busk, like so they don't illegally busk in a spot that they're not supposed to?
So when I first started, there was like this info session that I had to go to, and it would tell like it's run by the busking committee or like the busking
Society?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something like along the lines of that.
Yeah.
I don't know their official titles, but they just told us about where we can and can't busk. So we can like Swanston Street's very popular. I think that seems to be the most popular spot.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
I think like Elizabeth Street, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
There's many.
There's a lot of spots in between the two, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a map on the City of Melbourne website that sometimes they update it because of new laws and regulations that come in.
Right.
But everything's like on there. But the most common one I know is Swanston Street. Yeah.
And then like Burke Street's like
it's like
premium,
you have to pay to play, but like I don't know why I did that like that, but I just did.
I guess it's like I don't know, like that's why a famous street. I don't know.
I mean,
it's very popular.
Yeah, it's very popular.
It's got the Myers.
Yesterday, like I saw like a bassist. I think they were American though, because it made it sound like they're like talking about like how they love this city, I guess.
Yeah.
Because they obviously aren't from here, so you get a lot of those kind of people as well, like just international buskers.
Yeah, there's a few that I know have a lot of like they're from different parts of the world. It's quite interesting because now like we have to like meet weekly and get our slots. So they draw our names and we get to. It's like it's like whoever gets drawn first gets to pick like the good spots and stuff. Yeah.
Cool. That's cool. Where do you meet? Like this feels like a secret society.
It's
are there a lot of people there?
It ranges, to be honest, because the on the road thing that's been going on at the moment.
Yep.
I haven't been going because of that. I've just mainly focused on doing the on the road.
Yeah.
Again, program.
On the road
again. I've just mainly focused on that. But when that finishes this week, I'll probably go to the next meeting.
Cool.
Yeah. But because of uni as well, I have to balance the time. So I'm off on Fridays. So I'll just maybe pick up a shift then or something. Yeah, but it's like time slotted, so we get 2 hours of busking.
Yeah.
And then we rotate on and off.
So it's kind of similar to how On the Road Again has been. Working?
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
like an AM and PM.
Yeah. Cool.
It's similar, yeah.
Which, speaking of, that's
Yeah.
actually, this is a good segue. Look at you. Wow. But yeah, speaking of On the Road Again, when did that begin? Was that late
February
Feb?
or something? Like late
February.
February.
Yeah.
14.
Oh, early mid-February.
Yeah,
Feb
something like
something.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Brandon, you want to search this up?
search it up, Brandon.
But yeah.
Facts. I can't pronounce the word facts.
This On the Road thing, I didn't do it, but
Did you see it though?
I heard from you guys.
Because I think it was actually our friend Luke.
Luke
actually sent through a link.
Podcast, you know, if
Cool.
you've seen him, Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should go watch his episode. This is a sneaky plug, but
Luke Bosnick, if you remember.
yeah,
Yeah.
you should.
But
Yeah, as you were saying.
yeah, so he did send it in the group chat actually
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
the On the Road Again busking.
Yep.
So awkward saying that again bit. But
Yeah.
so you guys, I mean, I didn't do it, but I guess if by the time this recording, it's kind of already over at this almost, but
Yeah.
you guys would have
yeah.
been doing a couple of busking sessions here and there.
Yeah. Well, busking isn't something that I would have gone into in the past because I was like, I can't do that. Like, I just play my keys and go, bing, bong, bing, bong, la, 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 you know? So, like, I didn't feel like I could accompany myself enough.
Yeah.
And I'm not a strong enough singer on my own, especially after taking a hiatus. But I think part of maybe doing lessons with Sarah as well, and the fact that you do busking is, I think that was like, you know, I'd heard about the experiences of someone who'd done it. Mm-hmm. And then when I actually got in, I just remembered to submit my application. It was probably like a couple hours before it closed. And I was like, oh my God,
Close call.
send it in. And I actually
Yeah.
got in. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then, when I told Sarah, she was like, oh, like she's, because she's been doing it for so long. She actually, you helped one of your friends like recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you helped many people get into busking?
So, when I started uni, I met these friends I've helped through uni. So they told me earlier down the track they got a busking permit or they wanted to do it. And I was like, oh, yeah, that'd be so cool for you. And I told them, like, just about my experience doing it. And, yeah, they were, at first, they were like, they like, so one of my friends, she's come to watch me a few times, or she's seen me when she's been in the city. And she was like, oh, my God, she kept asking me, oh, my God, how do you do this? Like, what do you do? And like, how do you sing in front of people, like in public? And I was like, you know what, I just, my mindset is like, I just got to do it. Like, I didn't really know like how to explain it, because from what I've said about how I didn't know how it was going to feel, like I couldn't put that into context for her.
Yeah.
Because I really didn't have sort of a view on it before I started.
Yeah.
So I was just like saying, oh, it's super fun, and like everyone is so supportive around you. Like, you'll have heaps of people come by and like really just be loving what you're singing, or they sing along with you, or they dance, or they just like, it's a good vibe. And I just said there's so many benefits, and you should give it a go. And so she did. She started, and now like I'm seeing all her like Instagram posts. I'm busking here today. Come see me. And it's so nice to see that she's actually eased into it.
Yeah,
and
that's nice.
and just getting as much love out of busking as I do. And there was this other girl that she actually so we had this follow-up TV thing a month ago now, and she came on and sang a couple of songs with me, and she actually says in there it's like actually one of the few times, only like my like second or third time busking, and I helped her, like I told both my friends like the do's and the don'ts, like you know, I just those were the things I've learnt over it. It can get scary sometimes on the streets.
I think.
Do you want to know like some do's and don'ts as well?
Because Sarah and I actually we were like, I think we had a lesson. Then we were like, should we talk about the busking? Yeah. Like, and you were like, I don't want to, you know, come across as like, I don't want to. Yeah. Like Sarah was very modest about it, but I was like, oh my gosh, no, this is blessing. Like, tell me some of the, like, and I felt so much better, like, because I was quite like about it. Like, I don't think I really know anyone else who's done much busking before. I think Sabrina had done some in the past, but in Melbourne, it's like, oh my gosh, it's pretty scary.
Yeah, so anything you'd like to share with us is how you might want to approach busking?
I guess
in the great city of Melbourne.
The main thing that I do is I always have somebody with me, whether it be like my mum.
Is that why Brandon was with you the whole time?
Or my dad. It's like they enjoy coming to see me, like to support me, and it's a good support to have like people you know there. Yeah. But it's also for a safety reason.
Yeah, right.
Like that's like it's like half support, half safety.
Half hype man, half like it's because you've got a lot of, you know, expensive equipment you're lugging around.
Yeah. And especially like, you know, if you're busking later as well, like that's something that was mentioned. I remember back in that early interview of you mentioned that you were busking from like
5 to 11.
To 11.
Yeah.
Like
those were
6
the old
hours
days.
of singing.
The old days.
Yeah, no.
That's insane.
I was very inexperienced. I didn't really know how to look after my voice properly. Okay. And I would do big spurts of singing, have a break, big, then break. So it wouldn't just be for like an hour. It might be like I was singing like in big blocks, and it got to the point where I actually strained my vocal cords. Yeah. And it was like, it wasn't good. So I decided then I'll just, whenever I need to have a break, I will have a break, and I won't push for any more until I feel ready again to start singing.
Yeah. That's really good. Yeah.
Because I feel like it's so important to just look after that, because that's like delicate and precious, and you just don't want to do any damage, because I've met lots of people come up to me while I'm busking, and they've told me I've had conversations, and they've said that they have had like nodules and stuff, and from what they've told me, it does not sound fun. So I always have my hot honey. Drink that. Yeah,
that's
so good. Yeah,
that was me through my busking sessions, because I wasn't used to like, oh my gosh, have to sing a whole bunch. I would be like lemon and ginger with honey. Yeah, like just drink that tea.
And also warm up, because warm up because
how would you go about warming up? Like, would you warm up on like, because you know it'll take.
You can warm up at home or warm up in the car, right? Or like, do you do any warm-ups right before the moment you sing?
Yeah, that's like, I'm just curious about that. Like, when do you
warm up before I leave. But I guess like while I'm out, I just do like my breath control thing. Yeah. Just like just like breath control to sort of just keep that those muscles working, and also just to like take a deep breath and just compose myself, because sometimes it can get very wild out there and you just need a minute. But I guess like that's what sustained me and helped me in my path. It's like a musician, just them three main things. Like taking someone with you, like doing your warm-ups, and just all that stuff. To confirm how handy and how true these things are, having someone with me. So Brandon and I, when he goes busking, I'll go with him. When I go busking, he'll come with me. Oh my gosh, for me the setup is quite complicated. I just finished my last round. I did 4 sessions, but because I have to lug my keyboard, I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? And so I had the keyboard, the amp, the piano stand, and the mic stand. Those are the main things. And just, I could not have done that on my own. And even if someone for safety reasons, like if someone had have like come up to me or whatever, they could easily just pick up something, run off, because
you've got too much gear.
I'm not that fast.
And you've also got so much stuff already on the floor as well, like that you shouldn't also leave behind.
No, I actually, my very first time, I don't know if I mentioned this to you, but I was like, have you got everything? Yeah, okay. Oh my God. I had left it's a double braced keyboard stand. I left it.
You told me about this.
I left this leaning against a bike rack thing. And we get to the car and I'm like, why is everything fitting in so easily? And then I'm like, oh my God, the stand. And I sprinted back through the car park, through like, I don't know, do they call it like Little Chinatown or Shanghai Town?
It's just Chinatown,
I think.
Yeah. Like, I was just like, and I was like, and it was there. And when I found it, I just grabbed it, and then I just had to like,
just walked and just was like, nobody saw me just sprint like a whole block to get to it.
Because like, if there was another musician who wasn't so, morally, they could be like, that's a good quality stand, I'm going to take that. But for me, that's like, oh my God, like that was...
Stan has like a lever. Like I was surprised. I was like...
It does.
I was like, trying to help
you
set
need
it
a
up.
lever?
I was like, trying to help set it up the other day, and it's just like...
How does it go?
It's because most of the stands I just see that you just like... There's
they
the
have a hook
thing or like the middle thing, and this one's like, no, it's just now we're at lever on the side of the stand. I was like,
I've heard stories of people forgetting their mics, right? Or I've heard... like some people have forgotten like their power supply, and when we did an old busking program a couple of years ago, they made this group chat.
Oh, okay.
And this group chat's still going, and I see often in there, does anyone have a spare a spare like car battery or something that near Melbourne CBD? And that's when you know like they're in a little bit of trouble, or like their equipment's not working or whatever.
I tell you what, that group chat would have been handy to Brandon and I today. He did his last.
Do you wanna just pop your head in and like explain your story, Brandon? What happened today?
Where do you want me to go?
You can take my seat. I'll be back in a second.
You can stand behind me, Pat.
I can just sit in the middle here.
Yeah. Okay. So Brandon's last busking set today. We get about an hour in. I'll let you take it from here.
Yeah. It was not a lucky day for me.
Except for the part in the bird.
Oh yeah. That's another thing.
So like an hour in, amp battery dead.
No.
We didn't charge it after my sessions.
There was like a woman and her child like dancing and like really enjoying it.
They were having a great time.
And then it just died. So they were a bit disappointed.
I was in the middle actually of writing up a quick sign from a piece of paper because we'd also forgotten to bring Brandon's sign.
Yeah.
And so I was there just like, those people are taking pictures of you, but they don't have your @, so they won't be able to send them to you or anything.
Yeah.
It was just...
We also forgot my list of songs that I was going to play. So I didn't have that. And then my phone battery ran out.
Oh, no.
And then, yeah, like, it was, like, almost, like, immediately after the amp died.
Yeah. Like, and
that's when you left.
Yeah.
Around the time.
I think it was a bit after that. So it died and I was like, oh, my gosh. And then I was, like, looked at you like, yeah, the battery is dead.
Yeah.
It's like, we'll just keep going. And then I'm like, okay, maybe we can sing together. But then, you know, I think we might have sang a song. Then I went to go get him a coffee so he didn't fall asleep. Because if you don't know Brandon, if he doesn't have a coffee, he'll be unconscious on the floor.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But yeah, then my guitar string breaks completely. It was also, if it was one of the high strings, like you can kind of deal with it a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you can easily just play chords somewhere else. But it was like the second string, my most used string. Yeah, the A string.
I came back from my little picking up the coffees.
The string's just hanging off the guitar.
You were like, we have a problem. And I'm just like, oh my God.
Could not get any
like,
worse.
Okay. Like, this is fine. But by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this to you, but I met some lovely, lovely girls from Germany whilst I was there in line. Anyway, shout out to them. Yeah, anyway, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to that music store that's on Elizabeth Street. So I head off. I'm like, good luck, sir. I get there, it's shut because it's Labor Day. And then I continue up the street to another one, which is also shut because it is still Labor Day. And also, I think maybe they're just shut on Mondays.
Yeah. And then to top it all off, bird pooed on my hand.
Okay, I have a funny story about that.
Oh, no.
I was busking on Christmas Eve, and I was at South Bank, and a bird pooped right on my back, and like I went to like straighten something like, and like my whole hand was like nearly covered, and there was like someone like watching this like happen, like, and I was like, Mum, I've like been pooped on, and she's like, it's good luck, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's just, I mean, it's like kind of a symbol that it's good luck, but you would rather not be pooped on.
That is true.
But like, yeah, maybe it was trying to bring you luck for like the kind of bad day that you've had.
Yeah, you sure needed it.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe.
So tomorrow, if you're going to buy a lottery ticket, it's the day.
Yeah, okay.
Shouldn't have been today. I don't have time.
What?
I don't have time to buy a lottery ticket today.
When's the lottery's drawn? How much do you know about that realm?
Yeah, but anyway, I admire anyone who can busk frequently because it was crazy, and I think like I barely made anything. I had no luck.
Tell them about like the first one Brandon did as well. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, well, the first one was a bit weird because it was in Collins Place, I think. So it's traditionally actually a no busking zone that they put me in for the program. But just like businessmen and just no one was watching, and I made $0.
But I really liked it. I had fun.
So it was in like the business.
It was in like a business courtyard.
Okay.
So a few people were having their lunch there and things, but it's, in fact, like I never really managed to busk in a place that had a really good population of just like regular people coming past. But that's just, I don't know, it's just my bad luck repeating.
It's okay. Now the bird pooped on you. I mean, everything's gonna come up.
Do you think you want to like try busking more though, or?
I don't think it's really my thing. I think I prefer, like I've done some gigs and things, just normal gigs.
Yeah.
And I definitely prefer having an audience who's there to watch you as opposed to trying to win them over.
Same with me. Like I really like the intimate audiences and you actually like have someone to perform to. So my favorite spot on Burke Street, and it's GPO, and there's like, you know, where the TikTok was. I like that place because it's got like a seat, like the seating area, people can sit on the steps and watch you. I found that to be the most audience focused spot, and like lots of people sit there and watch.
I've definitely watched buskers from there before.
Yeah
That's quite good.
Oh.
Yeah, fun times, you know. Like my favorite thing was Brandon just singing about like death and whatnot whilst they're just like having their meetings.
There was like this one moment today where like I think I was singing like some children and their parents were coming past, and I think I said some line about like
children dying in the street.
Yeah.
That happened a couple times.
Yeah.
It was like, God.
And I was just like,
They give you like a strange look as you
I don't think they picked up on it. But there were some kids who were like dancing along and oh my gosh. And I'm just like I hope that they don't understand what he's saying because it's quite depressing.
I feel like so being a busker, there's like I'm very aware that like there'll be people who come by and really appreciate music, and there'll be others who like don't want to give you any time.
But you make eye contact and it's like
and that's like that's okay. Like I just it's very very like sometimes I find it like what should I sing to like
to
get people to watch.
I guess I relate to that in a way. Like for a while I'm like I know this is one of my, you know, in the middle of a set I was like I know this is one of my stronger songs, so I'm not going to waste it just yet. So I would like loop the intro for a bit longer and then I'd start singing, because to me like my lyrics are, you know, and I'm just like my diction's like articulation, boom, boom, boom. Like I want them to hear what I'm saying, so they stop and go. Actually, I had someone, this guy, I have this song that's not finished at all, but it's called The Office, and it just has this bit that goes, welcome to the office, everybody's happy here at the office. And this guy, it's kind of a morbid song, but I don't know if the guy misunderstood, but he hears me and he sits down and he's like, yeah. And then he starts going, everybody's happy. I'm happy. Yeah. And then as he's walking, he's like, you keep doing what you do.
Yeah.
I was like thank you.
Is he being sarcastic or is
No,
he
he was really joyful.
Yeah.
And like you could tell he had like a beautiful soul, and he was just like music. Oh, yeah.
I like love the moments where you're singing a song and you're not expecting a reaction
to connect to it,
and someone connects to it and they actually make the point of telling you that they've connected with your performance. And I just think that's so like sweet, and it makes me happy to think that I've made someone else happy and that I've helped someone have a better day or shifted their mood through music. I just think
What do you think?
No, I was just going to say, I'm like, I definitely like so much of what Sarah has spoke about before I started busking. I was like, yeah, okay. But then when it happened to me, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm like fangirling, like, oh my God. These kids are just like, give you coins to like, I almost didn't see a kid who gave me a thumbs up. But I think I opened.
Like,
and I just think like the little kids and everything, they're so cute.
Yeah.
Like you can get these really funny ones who just come in and they're like, you're amazing. And it's just like, you just have to like stop and like compose yourself, because you're that taken aback by how like cute they can get.
It's
like
so sweet.
Is it like that scene in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood where it's just like Leonardo DiCaprio is just like, or his character is just like, he's playing with this like girl child actor, and she's like,
Yeah.
"You're really great, Mister," or something, and he just like starts tearing up after she leaves and everything.
Oh.
Kind of like that though.
I don't know it. Do you know it?
I don't think like people have made me like emotional and start crying. But I think like it just really solidified how much of an impact you have on different demographics of people.
Oh, definitely.
So you can please the
There's people.
the 25-year-old
Yeah,
people,
the young adults.
the ones who are clubbing, but you can also have an impact on little kids as well. Because I feel like I've had younger girls who have watched me, and I've tried to be like a good example of
Role
how
model.
to like because I remember there was this little girl, and she was like with her mum, and she was in like her like pushchair, but she was like singing along to like my songs and like dancing, and then after I would finish, she'd be like clapping and saying, sing another one, like it would be so cute. And her mum like told me that she loves singing, and I was like, oh my god, like I need to set a good example of what a singer should do here. Like
It's just like the cycle just repeated itself, didn't it?
Yeah.
With the the busker at that.
Yeah, it's the busker who inspired you.
Yeah, that was
yeah,
one,
no, yeah.
So, yeah.
And it's just like I'm doing what she was doing at 19. I'm still doing it. Like it's so weird to think that how much busking's changed my life. Like I used to be a lot more shy, and like everyone would know me as like I don't really talk much. I don't really like, I wasn't that confident.
Yeah.
But now since like leaving high school, I've just completely like done like a 180, and I'm like such a more like confident person, purely because I'm just doing now constantly what I love doing.
Yeah.
And I just think school for me, it didn't allow me to fully invest in music, and I was never 100% happy at my happiest. A lot, as much as high school was a bit up and down for me with certain stuff that happened, but I just think now I'm just away from that part of my life, and I'm into the
this music
solid music.
chapter.
Yeah.
And what is the next chapter in your musical career?
Me. Wow. I think it's gonna be hopefully good. I wanna my goal is, so I'm in Try 4 now at Collards, and this year's like the big year where you get to do your EP and stuff. I want to do that and record it and release it, because I feel like it's just gonna help me a lot, get myself out there, and this will be like the first original music that I've shared with people, and I want it to be positive, but I know like not everyone's gonna like my music, and that's okay. Like but I have so many people when I'm busking come and ask if I've got Spotify or if I've got music uploaded, and it's always like that they're really loving what I'm like singing, like in terms of covers, and they just want to know if I've got original music, and I'm just like, unfortunately,
So awkward, isn't it?
no.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to like put a dampener on it, because they're having like a good time listening, and it's just like very. I just wish that I could say I've got
girl,
stuff
listen
out.
to me here.
But it's a work in progress, and I will get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always a work in progress. But next time. Yeah, sorry. What were you going to say?
It's all right. The big thing for me though is just trying to get the money to do it.
Yeah, that is
like
tricky.
it's so like expensive to like, I've seen like the prices of like things, and I'm just like, oh my god, that's so expensive. But also it's like finding people that you trust that are gonna help you in the process and make it positive. Because I've had like lots of people like let me down a lot.
Yeah, okay.
And to like say they're gonna do something and then they don't follow through with that, or sort of like, are they gonna help get the best out of, give you the best what you wanna
Performance or
or are they gonna do a decent job helping you? I feel like sometimes that's a challenge, knowing who
to invest in. Are they going to invest in you too? Yeah. Wow.
But with the songwriting, I've got no problem with that because we're going good. Yeah.
Touch wood. What's going? No. What could happen?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I don't think anything would.
No. Anything would.
Pun.
Now that's on record forever.
Yeah. Well, I guess. Yeah. Do you know when the EP might, like, when's that? When are you scheduled to finish it? Like, 'cause we'd love to probably have you back on the show. Like, when that time comes around.
I think it's like gonna be try 6 or actually like completely finish it. I think it's got to be like 20 minutes worth of material.
20 or 25.
Well, our live shows are 20 minutes, so maybe you can perform.
And do you think that you'll be reaching out more like with a band as well?
I don't know. I haven't really like thought about that, because I feel like something that I want to focus a lot of more of my time on now is getting these songs off the ground and really delving into how I want to arrange it to sound like.
You're building up your own skills.
Yeah, because I've started like, I've started demoing things and like just sort of recording a rough outline of what I want, and I've been doing it all myself, like Logic and Caitlyn's been helping a lot, but I just sometimes I can never find the right sound that I want. I'm just like I get a little bit stuck, and I'm just like, how can I find that, or how can I compensate for that? Like sometimes it's just very challenging, and I get myself into like a position like, oh my God, like when am I gonna like get this done? Because I feel like sometimes time for me plays a big factor. I have so much going on as well as music, and I never used to be able to factor as much time into songwriting as much as I do now, but still I feel like that's not enough time. So it's just those two things play on my mind a lot.
Speaking of time, this
it's a classic Pat segue. Here we go.
Also, we'd love to continue like talking and talking. Wish we had like 2 hour like.
I love this.
Recordings. We do have to wrap this up. Unfortunately. Take it away to the end.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
No, of course. I really think as well this will be good for people who are like, can I busk? You can busk.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
just
do it.
Just if like, just try it. If you don't like it, then you don't have to do it again. But if you really just want to try just getting yourself out there, it's not just, for me, I found it's just not just a platform. It's just amazing. Like, just do it. It's so good.
I think I'll take up that advice. I was talking to Michaela about this actually. Might try busking.
Go for it.
Do it.
Do it.
You won't. I don't think you'll regret it.
Well,
it'll help you discover something, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, this has been episode 10.
Episode 10.
We've reached 10 episodes now.
Thank you for being here for episode 10. I feel like it's a mini milestone.
Episode 10.
Been a good
Thanks
episode.
for having me.
I guess
Anytime.
Sarah Shine.
Yeah.
I've been your Pope.
This is Pope Patrick.
I've been your host, Pat.
I'm your Catholic Katie. I'm not really. I was just. I'm your also a host, Katie.
That's No Socks. Over and out. Bye-bye.
Bye.